man. So, for years, whenever singer-songwriter Keri Hilson's name was brought up, it didn't take too long for Beyonce fans to bash her because of their supposed beef. Now, I never knew where that shit came from, but that situation seemingly derailed her once promising career and caused her to be blackballed in a sense. Now, today, she was on the Breakfast Club and speaking on the situation, but she claims that she was forced by her boss, Polo the Don, to record this remix to her hit song, Turning Me On, which was a diss towards Beyonce and Sierra. Now, she claims that she didn't write it, and people were side-eyeing her, but shortly after this interview went viral, the actual writer, Esther Dean, did come and claim that work right there, alright? Now, she says she co-wrote it. But hold on tight, let's get to what Keri Hilson had to say in the Breakfast Club, and then we'll come back with all those details and shit like that.
I think that's the one problem with being an artist, is that nobody believes that y'all are real people. And so when you are going through real things, nobody will take that into consideration. It's more entertaining for them to be like, the Beehive ran her out of town.
Right, that's way more entertaining.
Yeah.
Now, today, at this point, are you looking back, like when you look back at that, and people will bring it up, so I'm sure you're kind of preparing yourself for that. How do you not even explain it, but like, how do you look back on that? What are your comments on it now, so far removed from it?
It's a regret. It's a regret, but not in the way that people would think, because that's a song that I actually didn't write. Those are not my words. I was on tour. Polo wanted me to do a remix to Turning Me On. He had produced the record, and I wasn't, because I was on tour with Lil Wayne, I wasn't able to like lay anything down. He had been on me for a couple of weeks about we need to do a remix. Okay, so I take off. It wasn't happening quick enough for him. I take off, we fly in, and he had another writer in our camp at the time. He had her write this. So he played it for me, like, this is the remix, because I'm thinking I'm coming in to go write a remix to Turning Me On. Like, The whole time I had been writing concepts, like, but I come into the studio and he plays me this verse, and I'm like, automatically, I'm like, I'm not saying that. That was my position. So I tried to fight him on it, and I began writing my own. That's what I did with my time there, but I want to be careful with the word I use. It was quite forceful, you know what I mean?
In an executive artist way?
Yeah, in an executive artist way only. You know, involving others and kind of threatening my career in a sense, in a real sense. Like, you're not coming, because my album wasn't out yet. So it was like, you're not coming out if you don't do this. And the mistake that I made was not continuing to fight, but I was in tears. I was crying. I was adamant that I did not want to do that.
And for people that don't know, you were signed to Polo.
I was signed to Polo and Timbaland.
Correct.
Yep, in a joint venture at Interscope Records.
Yep.
And I was young. I was super young. I felt I had no power. I felt I had no choice. But I did record my version, which had nothing like that in it. It was on subject. The song is about men. And it leaked like days after I did it, but he promised me that wouldn't happen, so it leaked. And that was that. And I protected him. I protected the girl that wrote it, who went on to become famous. I protected everyone in the story, so I had to eat that. And I am still eating it to this day. But that is definitely a regret of not fighting even stronger. But again, when your career is on the line and they make it that be the way that you perceive the situation, not perceive, but it was pretty clear. But when you're that young, you're just kind of like, fuck.
Maybe they know better than me.
Right.
I have
like,
to, yeah.
Yeah.
What did Timbaland say?
I think he just went because they were partners. I think he just went along, but I don't remember that we involved him or that he was involved at all, because he hadn't produced that record. But I wonder now. I would love to ask him, like, what did you think about that? What I do know is he went on to work with B and J,
so did Polo,
and tour with him, and so did Polo. And I would say, Keri the human was looking at Keri Hilson the artist like, you deserve that shit. You should have fought harder. You know, I understood it. I got it.
Give yourself grace, though.
Absolutely.
Well, it's tough to do, because I that's something that I held on to. Not again.
Girl, every time we together. It's
Yeah,
okay. I got
please.
you, sis.
But
Miss Lauren, her wig smells like onions.
First of all,
thank you for making
whatever
me laugh.
makes you laugh.
Thank
Yes,
you.
go ahead.
Thank you. That was I
Can't
felt
say it
that.
wasn't true though, but go ahead.
Y'all are crazy. But that is what give myself grace. Yeah. I do now. I do. I have forgiven myself. But that's what it goes back to, the shame that I felt for so long. So I just felt like that was such an ungraceful mistake to make, or to be forced to do. And to not stand up for myself. That was the shame that I wore. Was like, I should have fought harder. I should have fought harder. I should never have done it. I should never have recorded that. I should have outed them well before now. I should have, you know what I mean? And I still am protecting the writer, because I feel like she might have been doing what she was told to do. I hope that.
Okay, now this is the writer of the song, Esther Dean. This is Esther Dean. Now, you guys may know who she is. Now, Esther had a brief career as an artist, but she's well known in the industry for having a crazy pen, okay? But you may know her from her track, Drop It Low, and also being on the Down South Gucci Mane classic, I Think I Love Her. Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me. That's Esther, okay? I really love her. That's my shit right there. Boy, I remember being at FAMU. I got the damn hat on right now. I remember being at Baja's first time I heard that bitch going crazy. I'm like, dun 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 dun. Oh man, good times, good times. But let me stay focused. Okay, so like I said, Esther went on IG claiming that she for sure was the one involved with the writing of this song. So first she posted this picture of her and Polo the Don right here, you know, kind of petty. But then responding to this comment of someone saying the writer was definitely Esther Dean, she said, and it was a hit. Esther Dean wrote that song, co-wrote, but yes. This person says writing a diss track against Beyonce is crazy. She says, I love B, always will, and if she want to diss wreck on somebody, I'll write that. Now people was like, okay, you can come and claim that body, but you ain't gotta be all braggadocious about the shit. Like, what's going on with you? Do you want us to switch the hate from Keri to you? Like, what you want us to do with this information, Esther? But she eventually came and said this right here. I submitted a lot of verses for that remix, one got picked, and it was co-written with Keri. Looking back, it was childish and didn't age well. I see how it hurt people, especially women, and I take full accountability. I've worked with and supported many women since, but that doesn't erase the moment. I'm sorry for my part in it. Growth is real, and so is this apology. Alright? Now, people are still side-eyeing Keri Hilson, because at the time when she was asked about the situation years ago, this is what she had to say.
Yes, Polo had this idea. No, he did not leak it. It's not the version Polo wanted out.
Okay.
Especially the version with him talking all over it. You know, it sounds like he's instigating something and giving more meaning into the lyrics than were initially intended. But no, he didn't like force me to do anything. I mean, it was a suggestion, and I told him, okay, I'll try it. You know, I'll try it, and that was just it. He was like, I want it a little more fiery, and that's cool. That's cool with me. I speak my mind, and you know, I make no apologies for it. So, you know, it's a hot verse. I love the verse.
Okay, so she made it clear right there that she wasn't forced. But now today she's saying that she is forced and she didn't even write the whole song on her own. Like someone right here says, wow, so were you lying then or are you lying now, Miss Keri baby? That's crazy, but hey, that's how people are thinking. That's how people are coming in the situation. Now, if you guys wondering what the diss was, because I know that's a big thing, I didn't even know what the diss was for years. But I'm gonna play quick snippets as I go through this shit. So here goes the part right here. Your vision cloudy. If you think that you're the best, listen to this right here.
You can dance, she can sing, but need to move it to the left, She need.
Alright, obviously this towards Beyonce. Now they saying that she also dissed Sierra, and I'm pretty sure that's in regards to the lines down here about writing for someone, okay? Now, reaction to this, people saying Esther Dean writing Keri Hilson's diss track towards Beyonce and then working on 4 afterwards, like what? So yes, Esther Dean did work on Beyonce's album after that point. She co-wrote the song Start Over and Countdown. Hey boy, the music industry crazy, man. Now, I'm sure Beyonce did not know this information because one thing that people talked about a lot at a point in time was Keri Hilson's amazing writing skills. Everyone was like, okay, she got a good pen, she writes, so you would think that anything that she put out around that time, she wrote it. You would think she wrote it. So to hear years later that she didn't write that particular thing, which is one of the biggest things that may have hurt her in the long run. She did have a run after that song. She did have some jams, some songs that was bangers come out after that point. So it's just the longevity people couldn't understand why she didn't last because she's beautiful. She could write. She had a good enough voice. People just couldn't understand her career falling off by the wayside, and they will always say it had to be because of this beef with Beyonce. Listen, dog, this is just another glimpse into the craziness that takes place behind the scenes in the music industry. Everyone has agendas, and the most powerful people play chess with actual human beings. This shit is insane, especially the fact that she took the bullets and Beyonce worked with everyone else involved. Polo the Don, Beyonce worked with their ass past that point while she just had to go ahead and get killed by the Beehive and everyone else. So that's wild as hell, but it is what it is, man. I guess she was loyal to her fault, but they were responsible for her career, I guess, you know? You never know. But let me know what you got to say in the comment section below. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here, though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.